Hi, my name is Dr. Giovanna Jones, and I am Program Director of Scholarships and College Success at the Lyford Cay Foundation. The following presentation is a quick overview of our scholarship process, what we are looking for as it relates to eligibility and criteria of our ideal candidates. We are excited that you have gotten to this point for all of your academic achievements, and we look forward to those of you who will consider making application to us in the 2017 scholarship application process. We wish you all the best. Thank you. So there are two scholarship opportunities that are available to students. The first is our academic scholarship, and this is for students who are interested in pursuing traditional four-year degree programs. The other is the technical scholarship, and this is for students who are pursuing fields and careers that are not academic in nature. They tend to be aligned with more technical, and the degrees usually align with associates, diploma, certificates, those type of programs. Our awards are on average offered at about $15,000 per year. That's the majority of them. There are some other special awards that may be a little more, a little less, but for the most part, the 5 academic awards that are offered each year and the technical awards that are offered are valued at $15,000. Eligibility criteria, primarily Bahamian students who are planning on attending college abroad. So first thing you need to have is a passport. And then depending on the program you are applying to, so for students who are going into traditional academic programs, the minimum criteria is a 3.0 GPA, and that is cumulative, and that would be at the end of December 2016. And then we also have specified some criteria, so we are not offering awards for students who are pre-med or going to medical school, nor for those who are going to pursue to be lawyers. So when we think about our application beyond eligibility, there are some other important points to consider. The first is financial need. So our scholarship program is based on providing assistance for those who are most deserving. So therefore, those whose parents can afford to send them to college will not be a very strong candidate in our application process. Additionally, we don't want students to just have financial need, but we are also looking for those who have thought about and planned for how they will supplement the rest of their the cost for attendance. So our awards are valued at $15,000, which is significant, but when we think of tuition cost, when we are looking at the USA, this may only represent a half, sometimes even a quarter of the total cost. So we encourage students to consider applying for multiple scholarships even when they are applying for us. Next, I talked about it a little bit. Our minimum eligibility criteria is a 3.0 for academic students. There is no eligibility criteria for GPA for our technical students, but we expect that both students are going to be academically competitive. So that means that for the academic side, we are looking for students who are 3.5 and above, because you are competing against college students. And on the technical side, even if your overall GPA is not that high, we are hoping that we will see some academic merit in the fields that are closest to the ones that you are going to be pursuing. Another criteria that is fairly new to the foundation is the focus and prioritizing of students who are first in family. I know there's a lot of talk about this, but just as a reminder, you are a first-generation student or first in family if neither parent has obtained a college diploma, a college degree. So neither mommy nor daddy has a bachelor's degree. We also consider the strength, the credit of the institution that you are attending. We want your college degree to mean something, and so we are looking for students who will be attending colleges that are not just accredited, but those that have strong reputations and a good track record for graduating students and students having a meaningful experience. And then we also consider your personal qualities because we know it takes a lot more than just academic prowess in order to succeed in college. It requires discipline, it requires commitment, it requires grit, it requires that resilience and that ability to bounce back, especially because as you are considering and preparing to go abroad, you will now not have the security of the support system. So we are looking for persons who have shown evidence that they are mature, that they are independent, that they are well-rounded and thoughtful, and those will be captured primarily through your essays and also in some ways through the content that is provided by your recommenders. We are also looking for students who are pursuing degrees that are not offered here locally at the University of the Bahamas or at BTVI. We recognize that our two public national institutions have great programming, and so we are going to support them first. We want to provide greater opportunities for students who cannot get to their professional career by studying locally. We are also looking, tied in with that, persons who are pursuing fields that are of interest and development to our country. To this end, our list looks something like this, but I do not want you to limit to only this. This list was compiled a couple years ago, and for the most part, it is still fairly accurate as it relates to the needs, but there are always areas or specifics of each of these fields that you may be considering that is a need for our country. So where do you go to apply? Our website, lyfordcayfoundation.org/scholarships. I should note that the website will be updated by the end of December or by mid-December, so you will see what it looks like now as you go and check it out, but when it comes time to apply in January, it will look a little different. So this first step is when you get to our website, you will find a link that says apply here or apply now. This is not there now because the application process is not open, but in January you will see that link that will be very clearly made available to you. You click on the link, you create your profile, and with creating the profile you will answer some questions that will help to determine the scholarships that you are eligible for. The next step would be to actually complete the application. Now, this is a little different than we have done in the past, and all we are asking is for basic information. And so this deadline is now March 15th, 2017. So you are to provide your name, your school, your date of birth, all of that type of stuff about yourself, parent information, background, and then really the information about the schools that you have applied to. Then after you submit your application, you're going to check your email. And within 5 business days, you should receive some correspondence from us. This will say, 1, you are advancing to the next round, or 2, it will be a letter of regret indicating that your application is not as competitive as others, and so you will not need to provide any more information for us. So if you are advanced to the next round, then the next step for you will be to submit supporting documents. This includes a supplemental form, and the supplemental form outlines in great detail or collects in great detail all about your family, all about you, your academic history. So think of an expanded version of your resume. So you're going to take some time to complete that. You're also going to upload at that point your unofficial transcript, job letters from parents, if you have any test results for tests that you may have taken, and most important is the acceptance letter at this point. The deadline, if you were to be invited to submit supporting documents, will then be April 15th. Keep in mind, in order to get to this step, you would have had to submit at the latest by March 15th, 2017. And then from that point, you just check your email for regular updates from us. There will be another process of elimination, so to speak. And so students who will be advanced to the screening committee will then receive an email that will indicate this information and will also require some more steps from you. I won't go into detail with those right now because that's going to be overwhelming. I just wanted you to get a quick overview. So the most important things to keep in mind, you are preparing for an application to submit as early as January, but no later than March 15th, 2017. Thank you so much for your time.